What's up guys, I'm Allie. I make videos on personal development, mindfulness, stress management, and a whole bunch of other topics that I find super interesting. So if you're interested in any of those topics, definitely hit subscribe. I post every Tuesday. Today's video is going to be all about personal development because I'm going to be talking about the things that I found really important to work on before getting married. And huge disclaimer, this is also a work in progress. Theme on my channel to just be in progress with the things that you're working on. I am getting married in 3 months and we've had a really long relationship, 9 years by the time we get married. And we've also been engaged for almost 2 years. So I'm saying this in terms of like what I've been working on in the past 2-ish years. And I definitely don't even know what it's like to be married yet. So I'll keep you guys updated. So leading up to our wedding, I really wanted to work on myself and make myself the best version of myself that I could. And so one of the important things for me was to go to therapy. I think everybody can benefit from therapy. So I've been going for about a year or so, and it's been really helpful for me in figuring out how I can express my emotions better because I really did not do that growing up. There was some stuff I needed to address in terms of like my personal life, in relationships that I have with family and stuff like that. That was really important for me to address. And I learned a lot of skills for coping with and just managing my anxiety and my stress. I think it's given me so many skills to make sure that I'm able to show up to the relationship, able to communicate, express my needs and my wants, and just the way that I'm feeling in general. The second thing that's been really fun, and we're kind of doing this right now, is learning your partner's love language. So I read The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman a couple years ago. I think my mom gave it to me, but it kind of just goes through the ways that you receive love best. So my love languages are words of affirmation and quality time, but it was really helpful for us to go through that book together. It's actually one of the books that our pastor who's marrying us recommended that we go through and do the questions together. You could be putting in effort in so many areas, and if that's not your partner's love language, it's going to be really hard for them to receive that. So I recommend that book. Even if you're not in premarital counseling, it's something that could be super helpful for you. The next thing I wanted to talk about is checking your selfishness, and this is, I won't even say kind of, this is a hard one, especially if you're young, because when you're young, like everything you want to do and all of your goals and dreams, every part of your daily life really is about what you want to do and just being selfish. Like there's a time and place for that. And I've been in that place for a really long time. Definitely something that I wanted to work on. Obviously, going into marriage, you're going to have a partnership and you don't want to only be thinking about yourself. Granted, you definitely still want to both be able to achieve your goals and your dreams and work together to get there. For instance, I can be really selfish with my time, but I also have to make sure that I'm making time to spend quality time with Cam, investing my money in things that we both want. And kind of like segueing into the next thing is talk about finances. It was important for us to talk about finances going into marriage. We kind of have a plan for what we want to do with our finances. We know how we want to have our bank account set up, savings accounts, checking accounts, and so on and so forth. What our priorities are, things we want to invest in, if we want to buy a house, all of that good stuff. And it's really important to have those conversations, I think. Another thing that I wanted to work on, and that was important to both of us, is saving money for our wedding and not going into debt for our wedding, because for the size wedding that we wanted to have, which is like in less than 3 months, which is so crazy, you know, it comes with a price tag. There are certain vendors that we wanted to have and aspects of our wedding that were important to us. And we decided early on when we started planning that we did not want to go into debt. We wanted to wait longer, if that's what it meant, to have the things that we wanted to have as part of our wedding and have the money for it and not be super stressed about it. Your opinion on that could totally vary, but I would argue, just from my point of view, that going into your marriage without an additional like sum of debt is probably better. I'm really glad that we worked on that before getting married so that, you know, once the wedding day's over, we don't have all of this debt to think about and figure out. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is just expectations. It was really important to me to work on getting on the same page with what we expect really our life to look like, decisions that we wanted to make, where we wanted to live, what we wanted to invest in, how often we wanted to see family, and how much we want our family to be involved with our kids one day. And we want to make sure that the life we're building is something that we both want. So we had so many conversations. I mean, for us, we've been together for a really long time. We're high school sweethearts, and so we're definitely super excited to get married, and we had so much time to talk about all of these different things. But it's interesting because just in the past year or so, we've had more conversations about like the nitty-gritty details of things that we want. It changes a lot. I mean, when we met, we were super young, so we've kind of grown up together and our opinions on things have changed. So it's really just about communicating to make sure we have our expectations aligned. And obviously we have so much to learn and so far to go with all of that stuff because we're not even married yet, guys. But if you guys have any questions about things we talked through and preparing for marriage, budgeting for the wedding, anything that's like marriage or wedding related, definitely let me know. If you guys took something from this video, please give it a like. It supports me and my channel so much. And if you liked this topic, you probably will like other videos on my channel. So hit subscribe, and I will see you here next Tuesday for another video. Bye, guys.